Hello.
Hi.
Well, welcome to the live show for Real by Teddy Ryan. We're excited to talk with you guys and share all of our thoughts. Happy Sunday also. Sorry, my brain is a little scattered today. But why don't we go around, say a quick hello, and then maybe do our star rating?
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Dana. You can find me on YouTube at Dana Ella, on Bookstagram at Dana Ella Reads. And I I don't know yet if I'm a 4.5 or a 5. We were just kind of chatting about this backstage just now where it's like I absolutely loved it. And it's like I'm just like, is it a 5? And then every time I say like I don't know if it is, I can't think of why it wouldn't be. So hopefully by the end I'll have a solid answer there. But it's up there. It's up there. So it's not, I don't have a fear of it dropping below 4.5. It's really just 4.5 or 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hi, I'm Karina. I'm on Instagram at She Dreams in Words. I honestly am in the same boat as Dana with rating. It's like either 4.5 or 5, and like for literally the exact reasons. I think because I just like freshly finished it. So I just have to like sit with it, and I mean, like you said, like it's not gonna be before or below a 4.5. Wow. Good morning. I mean afternoon. You would think it's morning. Anyways.
Stunning.
Hi guys, I'm Nikki. I'm not rating books anymore, so I don't have an official rating, but I am going to be in the minority in this discussion because I just didn't love it. So
It's okay. I'm
so sorry.
Intrigued to hear your thoughts.
Oh, I got a note for him.
Ooh.
She's got prepared.
Hi, I'm Kaylani. I love this book. It's a reread for me. It's 5 stars. I loved it just as much this time as I did the first time. So
Good.
Stunning.
Love that.
Okay.
I'm here, ready to swoon. Lovely. Hi, Liz.
Yeah.
Nice.
5 stars all around. Absolutely loved it. Good. Of course, it's a 5 star. Hey, can't wait to discuss Real. Hi, Tara. Thanks for joining.
Hey guys.
And originally gave it 4 stars. Bumped my rating up after thinking about it. That's amazing.
We love that.
Yeah.
The star change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, in that case, do you guys want to just jump into the first question?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Who were your favorite characters?
Who wants to go first?
Besides the main two? I mean, obviously, I think for me it was Neva. Like, if I had to choose only one, it would be Neva. But obviously, Canon.
Yeah, I
right there too.
was going to say, I was like, honestly, like same. Like I think if it was like you got to pick one, I'm Neva because just what beauty, talent, and grace and strength, you know. But Canon, you're nothing to gloss over, my dude. But yeah, if I had to choose one, I think I'll say Neva, just because what a strong woman. Like, just what a strong woman.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah.
Nikki,
I think her hairdresser was probably my favorite.
Oh, Takira.
I just think she was so supportive
Mhm.
and really was there for Neva. And I mean, I don't know, I really liked her. And I liked how she was there for her and what she did. So yeah, I like her. She's my favorite.
I really love Neva. I do. I think that she's a really, really strong character, and some of the lines that she says in this book are absolutely incredible. But I think, even though she wasn't really a character, I loved the mom.
I knew you were going to say that.
It's just like the strength that woman had, And she's such a small character in the book, so it's hard to say that that's my favorite character. But I just really loved the strength that she brought to not only Neva but also to Canon. But if I were to choose like a prevalent character in the story, I think my favorite is Canon. I just loved like how strong he was for Neva, going through all the things and the fear behind all of that, because there was just so much fear behind his love for her, and like how he pushed through and was like unwilling to waver, and that was just really beautiful to watch. So if I had to choose, I would choose Canon. But if it was more of a less prevalent character, it'd be the mom.
Love that.
Let's see. I think I missed some comments, but I'm lost in the sauce here. Here it is. Canon. My man first, last and always. Up there with Dom.
She ain't stutter on that.
That's amazing. How fitting, a 5-star book to go with 4 5-star ladies.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's so
Thanks,
cute.
Bethany. I love the couple, but I do enjoy Neva's friend. Yes, Takira was awesome.
Yeah.
She was amazing. I really just loved her.
And like some of the humor that she brought to the story too.
Yeah.
Was really needed. The levity there. I listened to it on audio all the way through, no physical on this. Wow.
Look at our girl go.
What? Honestly, out here shining.
I mean, honestly, Jacoby Diem could read me a grocery list, and I'd be like, sold. Yeah, exactly. I literally just finished the book seconds ago. Well,
So do we. No, I'm kidding.
yeah, seriously. 10 minutes before the live, I was like, the mom just had such a presence in the book, even though she was a small part. Yeah, she really did. Hey, give it 5 stars. It's one of my fave Kenny Ryan books.
Stunning.
Love. Okay, now I'm really curious to see what Nikki's answer is going to be on this one. What was your least favorite character?
Oh, I have an answer for that.
Oh,
Okay.
Go, start us off.
Her sister.
She sucked.
I did not like her. Ugh. I did not like her at all. Nope.
She said nope. Period.
no, thank you.
I think I would say Brandon.
The boyfriend?
Because, yeah. I mean, even though he really wasn't in the story, like, he's my answer.
I was just, okay, with that, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I chose the sister because of how she, well, like, obviously what she did to her own flesh and blood, like, that's, like, he's right next to her. But the way she acted when she went home, sick.
Yeah, and the way she kind of like just tried to justify her actions, it just didn't ever feel, I mean, valid. I mean, I get it. I have sisters, and like I get that understanding and that feeling of being jealous, but like you done crossed so many dang lines.
Yeah, she's the one who pushed her away, and then she finally comes home and she's like, "Oh, you're able to come back here now that you're a big star, and that's why you don't come here." It never occurred to you that, I don't know, you doing her boyfriend getting knocked up was the issue? Come on now.
Come on now. Yeah. I agree with all of that. Like the sister, just so like, how could you be that oblivious to like why your sister's not wanting to come around? Like that's a little wild. You know, and obviously like Brandon, he's also an ick. I just want you to throw in another one. Not necessarily this is my least favorite, but like the ones that have said, definitely. I just want to throw another one into the pot of ick. Okay, is I can't remember his name. Stone Lawson, was that his name?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Executive, like
go
away. Like go away, because literally you only brought irritation to the story. Like you literally don't care. Like when somebody is like passed out on your set, you know, and it's just like the movie. And I get the movie has to be made, obviously, but like what do you want her to do? Like take her IV pole with her through the set? I don't know. What do you want? I don't, you know. So he's not like the most ick, but I just want to make sure I throw him in the pot of ick and get swirled around in there. Okay.
Was he and then like said, I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
Was he the one that was like, this is what you get when you get somebody who's no one knows
Yeah.
No one said that. Okay, yeah. That whole situation was time.
Like every single time he was there, it's like even when they first went to his house, you know, to like try and schmooze him and convince him, and it's like he was, you know, saying all this stuff, and Cannon had to be like to put it in the real words of what you're trying to say, and then he's like, no, I wouldn't say that, and it's like, like, you know, so
yeah, that line where Cannon's like, what, so you can discriminate against somebody that has a disease? And he's like,
I would never.
but it's what you just said. It's what you just said.
Literally, yes.
He said I would never, as the discrimination falls out of his mouth, but I would totally never do that.
Right.
Gaslighting, but yeah.
Liz says the sister was not my girl.
I don't think she was anybody girl.
Yeah.
And at that he settled because he was like, well, I guess I can't have Neva no more, so I guess
Yes.
The excuses for sleeping with her fiance never made sense, and she was always wrong. Yeah. Exactly. It took me time to get over Terry. I wasn't crazy about her, even though she made up for everything in the end. I mean, I don't know about everything.
Well,
something.
I mean, the gift of life is big. Okay, the gift of life is big, but it doesn't erase.
Yeah, it doesn't excuse.
It does not. I think like excuse all of the terrible things she did and the reasonings like why she did them. Like we all say, like it just kind of just like what. But I mean, what a great thing to have as a stepping stone into like mending relationships. You know, it's like you're alive because of me. You're welcome.
Her sister was just ill with the side of yuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sister was not right. Everyone seems to be in agreement on this one. The sister, I didn't feel like she felt remorseful over the situation. No. It was the fact that his sister was trying to blame her for no accountability and had no accountability for her actions, practically trying to gaslight her.
The amount of gaslighting in this book is absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Like,
yes, Nikki. Family should come first. It's your sister too, so that's wrong. Yeah. I mean, Brandon, what he did sucked, but like as a sister, as blood,
yeah,
they both should have been smarter than that,
for sure. And to know that it wasn't even the first time,
right? That's been happening.
I thought the same thing, Nikki. The whole reason she didn't come back was because she didn't want to see Terry with Brandon. Isn't that obvious?
Yeah, to a normal person, yeah.
Waiting for the book where the producer's wife gets with Cannon's partner.
Yeah,
honestly,
and Monk,
and then Verity and Monk. Yeah. That's what the next one's gonna be. It's called The Score.
Love it.
Screaming.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Well, there's multiple times in the book that I think he says it. Like I highlighted it. I was like, The Score.
Stunning.
Hey, how are you,
Trin? Trin.
Good to see ya. How's everyone doing?
We're doing good. We're there, you know.
We're making it through. As they talked before Terry went into surgery, I teared up. I was sobbing like a big old baby.
Yeah.
Literally, Isaac woke up as I was sobbing, and he looked over at me. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "It's just the book. It's just the book."
Just Kennedy, you know. Typical tears.
I can relate with Neva trying to do more with her life, and everyone just thinks she thinks she's better than them. Yeah, the way, like, why hate and instead support? I'm so sorry. I'm really trying. I can't read, but I agree. Nah, even at the end, it's too far gone for me to forgive the sister an ounce. She was still on her high horse. I'm good. My baby boy has me exhausted.
Can I just say, I kind of like, and I know it's like annoying, but I kind of like that, like her and Terry weren't perfect by the end, because I think it shows like there's been so many years of hurt and pain that like it can't, like it just cannot be like swept under the rug that easy. Like I like that it showed that, like that they're both trying to work on it, although we know that Terry is the problem, but you know, it's like, I think I like though that it's not just like perfectly wrapped up by the end, but just like we still have issues we're working towards like hopeful, you know, reconciliation of sorts, you know, but I just kind of liked how it felt a little more real than just like, you know, like book perfection, where it's like a lot of times things are just perfect by the time you close the book. But I kind of like that it felt a little more real of like, that's not real life, that healing comes like that for everything in every situation, you know. Don't get me wrong, I love my like perfect happy endings too in books, but it's nice, it's refreshing to see sometimes that like there's a little like ounce of reality put in there on
Yeah.
you.
We got some agreeing there. Yes, Dana, love that, and endings like that too. Also happy their marriage was having issues. They all said it. Yeah, I would have taken that liver and bounced. Yeah, well, she's much stronger
Yeah.
than I. I mean, forgiveness is a beautiful thing, but dang. All right. What was your favorite moment in the book?
The end.
I'm trying to pinpoint one.
No, I will say I liked when he cooked for her, and like, because he did show like he paid attention to her eating and like what she did and didn't eat, and then he cooked what she would eat. I think that was a really sweet moment.
Yeah. You know what moment I really love is the whole Thanksgiving restaurant setup. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think my favorite moment is when, like, she takes off her clothes and she's like, you know, you said you wanted to photograph me. Like, how about now?
Yeah.
And she finally accepts that, like, this disease is a part of who she is, but it's not the whole part of her. I really loved that.
Yeah. There were like a lot of moments, but I just want to, I don't remember. Do we still have the side character question, or was that something?
I think I skipped it.
Oh, no, that's okay. I like, there were a lot of moments, but one of the things I actually really loved were the like Desi Blue and Cal. Like, I think that they were so great. And I just really like, one of my favorite things was with Cal, like just drawing attention to like that time of just saying like in Europe, like people of color were treated a lot better, and like just being like, why do we want to go back? You know, like why? But that even though he knew like her love for, what's her name, Tilda?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tilda.
Huh?
No, I was just saying, yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
sorry, my bad. And just that like he just like loved her in spite of that, like regardless of that, he was like, yeah, no, like that's totally cool. And that like I love to see their love like be real, because I feel like so many times we get stories like this where it's like, well, I didn't even actually love them, I just couldn't have what I actually wanted, you know. And I love to see that like she, like Desi, like acknowledged like Tilda was her first love, but that she gave everything she had to Cal, and he gave everything in return. And that even though he wanted to stay in Europe, like when she said we needed to go, he was like, okay. And they went, and then it wasn't like begrudgingly, like they fully got involved in their community and became like pillars in their community, and striving to try and get like America to be where they were living, you know, like in Europe, like with so much respect and freedom there. And there were so many moments, but like that was just one of the things that I loved, getting those glimpses and just kind of seeing the evolution of them, of like Desi, and then of Cal, just like, because it's just to think of like having such respect and freedom and willingly give that up for someone that you love, to go into a place where you are not freely given that, and then to fight for it, I just think was really beautiful. And to love her for who she was, and not be like she has to like pretend that Tilda wasn't somebody that she loved. But yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's something that I don't really, I mean, there are a lot of books that do like a past and present timeline, but I feel like this was done so like beautifully, adding in the little bits and pieces from the movie that really felt like it could have been pulled from, you know, that point in time.
Mhm.
And it was
Yeah.
so beautifully written. I really liked that.
I love the singing too. That was really sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how they feel about it.
I'm glad you loved that, Karina.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. I even slowed the audiobook down.
Yeah.
The way Neva's niece found out what was happening was heartbreaking to see. Yeah.
Well, they should have told her, you know?
Yeah.
I agree, Dana. It was more of its time to move past this while still acknowledging that it was a crappy thing. Forgive but never forget. Yeah. I just love that everyone loved Neva and talked about how much of a good person she was. I also like the moments that she connected with her mom and mom's doc and situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what moment I teared up at? Is when Neva was in the hospital and then one of the people on set was like, let's get her a cake, you know, to tell her we love her. And I was like, wow, this is making me cry.
Yeah, that was actually really special. Especially because, like, I think, you know, like, they thought nobody's gonna like us anymore because of everything.
Yeah. I loved how Cannon was there for Neva in the hospital. That's love right there. Yeah. Yes, Amanda, I tested up so much with him prioritizing hers over the movie. Yeah. I think she meant teared up.
Teared, yeah.
Yeah, teared up so much, yeah. I mean, I feel like being there for the person that you love in their time of, like, need is kind of, like, you know, normal. But, like, seeing it in a book, like, so written down and seeing, you know, his fear behind having to be there for somebody in a hospital knowing that he lost his mom so, like, recently, I just...
Is like, we think it's normal, but I think so many people, I think everybody has a time in their life where they can look back and say that, like, they needed somebody to stand in the gap for them and somebody didn't. And so it's like, although it should be normal, right? And it is normal when somebody's loving you wholly and, like, completely, but that just knowing that everybody's felt that pain when you feel like nobody's standing there for you. And then to see somebody do it in a situation that, you know, on the back end has so much pain and hurt for him, knowing what he went through with his mom, it really was beautiful just to kind of see that grump peel away those layers. It just becomes a different role for her.
Yeah. I really love the moment when she talked to her mom and just let it all out. I physically felt the weight lifting off her shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a really hard, needed conversation.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite moments. I think also, like, allowing her mom to have a space to be like, I felt like you left me too. And now, obviously, like, Neva was the child and she was, you know, hurt and she had every reason to cry. I don't think anybody other than Terry and Brandon, I don't think anybody was like, you shouldn't be upset. Like, you know, but, like, as a mom, you know, her mom knew that, like, I had to stay here and help too, and I want to be there for you, but you left, you know, and Neva had her reasons to leave. But I think it was really beautiful that, like, Neva slowed down enough to also see the hurt from her mom's side, because what was her mom supposed to do? Like, disown one? I mean, it's like she's trying to love both, but what a different situation to be in when one needs you and openly needs you. Like, Terry openly expressed her need, whereas, like, Neva needed her but chose to close up and
she didn't voice it.
Yeah.
In that moment, anyways.
Yeah. So it was beautiful to see her, like, when she was like, I want my mama. I was like, ugh.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
One of my favorite moments was when he made the home video and she came home and saw it playing in the media room. That made me cry so hard.
Yeah.
Ugh, it was so beautiful. I also love that Cannon flew Neva's mom and sister to see her in the hospital. He knew she needed her mom. Yeah. That's, like, one of my favorite things. I mean, I know it wasn't, like, his private plane, but, like, it's one of my favorite things about, like, billionaire romances, or people that, you know, have a lot of money that can spend on their significant other, like when they do things that are above and beyond, you know.
Yeah.
Same. There was a little bit of singing, yeah,
Mhm.
in the Desi Blue parts. The book, it just felt like a real life adult love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to see like older characters, you know,
Mhm.
in featured in books, like because you don't see that often. They're usually like on the younger side, so
Yeah.
I enjoyed that aspect.
Mhm.
And I feel like this is one of those books. I mean, I know that it tackled a lot of things, but one thing that this book never brought up was children.
I was worried for a second.
I honestly,
I was worried for a
same.
second, and I was like, I'm about to text Kaylani because I need to know if I'm really gonna eat this one or not. Because
Yeah, I feel like it handled it really well in a way that didn't feel like, oh, you're missing something from the story, but like that's not everyone's priority at every moment and time of their life, you know?
Right.
well, it just doesn't also have to be in every romance. Not every couple
Yeah.
has kids or even
Very
wants
true.
kids. And I'm sick of like someone who's on that side of things. It's like it was nice to not have it actually come up because I was worried for a second, but it was nice to see like just a romance. Like I just want the romance. And it was just a romance, you know, with the couple and
Mhm.
dealing with all the issues outside of adding in a baby.
Yeah.
And so that was really nice too because you always get the baby, and
Yeah,
it's like
it's very hard to find.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liz, there's a few songs in the audiobook, yeah. Was the singing good? Because I'm cringing just thinking about it. Well, I think Nikki would beg to differ, but
I liked it.
I mean, yeah, it's not like, you know, Beyonce or whatever.
Yeah, it's
but
not gonna win a Grammy.
it was,
but-
yeah, it was nice. A nice little addition, I think, because of the nature of the story.
Mhm.
yeah, I slowed it down my first read. This time I didn't, so it sounded a little funky, but other than
Yeah, I slowed down that
Understandable.
part.
I'm not even gonna lie, I was going at 3.5. I didn't hear no singing.
You were just breezing through as fast as possible.
I was zooming. So
Understandable.
sure.
no, I was actually pretty good. Oh, the singing was good. I was like, okay. Preach, Nikki. We all don't want or need kids. Exactly.
It's just not everybody's lifestyle choice.
True. Very true.
And it's for me it's really rare and it's really nice to see that side of things in books.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Can I just
No, go
just
for
one quick thing is one of the things I really loved was when it talked about her taking the medication and how it's like her face, you know, got a lot fuller and her body like changed due to that medication, and it made me think of the Queen Selena and about how she is like
Yeah.
faced so much backlash, like, you know, at red carpets or just any photograph taken of her because she's on medication for lupus that like causes her body to change just from what she was when she was a teenager. I mean, first
Right.
of all, like people compare her to who she was when she was like 13. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. She doesn't look like that. Who does?
Right.
But then also just like they're like, oh my God, she needs to lose weight. Like it's like, okay, well, her body's attacking her own body right now, and this medicine is helping her. So like maybe we should just slow down and look at yourself in the mirror, because most of the people that are saying things like that, you know, or like look at your sister or your own mom. Is everybody in your family like the skinniest of miniest? You know, it's like why is it like Selena having a face that's fuller due to trying to save her life? You know, like it's like I liked though that got brought up and like about how like sometimes our bodies change and people look at you like there's something wrong with you, and it's like, no, this is actually what's like helping me. Or it's like people who are on the journey to sobriety, like they change, and a lot of times they get a little bigger because it's healthy, like they're getting healthy. People are like, you're looking terrible. It's like, no, I'm looking healthy. I'm sorry that is not in line with what you wished I looked like right now.
Or even like eating disorders too. It's like when people are finally like, you know, healing from that, and then they start to get bigger. It's because it's like, oh, you're so, yeah, it's because I'm like eating, I'm healthy.
Yeah.
And there's nothing bad about that, you know?
People just want to have opinions about other people's lives.
Yep. Very, very true. All right. What is your favorite quote and why did it stand out to you? Well, somebody has one on page 1. You guys want to go in like page order?
Yeah.
Um,
Mine will be last then.
okay,
Mine's 130. What one's your, Dana?
20.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so in this edition of the book, it's on page 20 if anybody wants to look. It's the 8th line down is where it starts. So it's not like a singular quote, but it's like just a tiny chunk. But it says, this role has never been played by a Black woman. Takira's smile fades and her look grows more intent. Understudy or not, tonight's a big deal, not just for you, but for the little girls out there who need to see us on stage. Tonight's not just your night, it's all of ours. I huff out a laugh and rub the back of my neck. No pressure, huh? Girl, you were born for pressure. And there's so many quotes. Like I have so many highlights on my Kindle of this, but that one is just like representation matters. And we have so many roles, just like in the media and things that like we watch that people just get like so up in arms about. Like, for example, Zendaya playing Mary Jane in Spider-Man. Like people lost their absolute mind about that. And it took like Stan Lee, who is the creator of these things, right, to say like, I love it. Like, you know, and it's just like representation matters. And it's like people get so pigeonholed into being like, because of back in the day, these characters were, you know, portrayed as this, that, and the other, or like, you know, Little Mermaid. I'm sorry, it's a mermaid. It's not even real. And people were up in arms about the color of her skin. She's got a mer kingdom below the sea, and that's where we're drawing the line of reality at. But okay. But I just really loved that quote in there because representation matters, and it is important for little kids to see anybody like in any role look like them.
Yeah.
To let them know that like you can do it too. But that's my quote.
Love that. Good one.
I like that one.
I think Nikki, yours is next.
Mine's on 130 in the sunset one. But it says, it's a part of a paragraph, but it says, and if you're lucky, you find people along the way who keep your feet on the ground, who remind you that real life matters too. And I just really liked that one.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah.
That is really beautiful.
That.
Okay, mine's in the original edition on page 382.
Is it 382?
Yeah. It's towards the bottom. Sorry, I have so many highlights. I got lost. I'm like, where's my quote? Towards the bottom, and it says, "This body is a shell," she said, her voice sober. "No matter how beautiful or what size or how healthy, every single body inevitably returns to dust. It's not your legacy. It's not what you leave behind." And I just thought that was really beautiful.
Yeah.
It is. And that came from, was that from the mom too?
That's from the mom, yeah.
Right? Okay. Mine is also from Ken's mom, Remy. It's actually on page 416. So the very last page, if you guys have it. I don't know if you want to know, but it says, "Home is not a song and it's not a place. It's people. It's community. It's the bond of blood and the friends we choose. It is that feeling, that knowing you are never alone." I just thought that was so beautiful. I feel like, especially with our little, community that we have with the Swoony readers, and we just appreciate you guys and never take for granted that you guys hang out with us and keep coming back. And I thought that was beautiful. I'm not gonna cry.
It was very beautiful. There's so many beautiful things.
There
So
really
many
are.
quotes in this book.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh, I could literally flip through all day. I did think about Selena too, Dana. Yeah. Same Dana. I was just gonna mention Selena. I couldn't help but think of her during this book and the struggle she's been through. Yeah.
Especially in the public eye.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nikki.
No, you're fine. It was nice to see talking about the symptoms of the medication that you have to take to survive, which is obviously like what caused her puffy face, because I think a lot of times you don't really get the side symptoms. You just get what you're like the actual illness, and the
Right.
symptoms can add to it too. So I thought that was nice too.
Yeah. The chronic disease rep in this book was excellent. Yes. Hi, Jennifer. It's hard to remember quotes from audiobooks, but it did have a lot of good ones. Yeah, it did. I loved the line, "I am Kanye's Twitter account right now." I'm very coherent.
That was so good.
Oh,
I laughed at that.
sometimes shit has to get awkward before it can get right. I love that quote.
Exactly.
Extraordinary once no part of normal.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, these are so good, you guys.
Yes.
That was so funny. Yeah. Life is indiscriminately seasoned, usually not sweet without some bitter, usually not sun without some rain.
Yes. Beautiful.
Rain,
Oh,
sunshine, and rainy days.
Mm.
That's great. Thank you.
City.
Karina, I feel that we're having y'all in my life. Aww.
That's so cute.
We are a found family. Yeah, we are the definition of the trope.
For real.
Oh my god, that's cute.
We should make little Swoony Readers found family shirts.
I'll throw up right now. Oh, God.
Coming soon. Just kidding.
Do a theater near you. Okay. What did you think of the book length? Would you take anything out or add anything in?
Just waiting.
Well, I think we're all waiting for Nikki to just tell us how it is, girl.
Yeah.
I could have got a novella. Could have been a novella.
But if that were the case, we wouldn't have gotten like the extras with like her illness, medication, all that.
Mhm.
Unless she could have really put it in a novella. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know if it really had to be a lot, 476 pages. We could have probably had 350 at most. 330. Let's do 330 at most.
That one had a lot more pages than that.
Yeah,
this-
you have a lot
Even
more.
though it's like huge.
I liked the length. I like it is, I mean, it's over 400 pages. So, I mean, that is,
Yeah.
a heftier side of, a romance. I think so. But personally, I liked it because I just think I liked like all the little details, like how Nikki was saying with like seeing like the symptoms of something, even from like the side effects of medication, which I think we just miss a lot in books. Like Nikki said, it's like the focus on the disease, and this one was like the disease plus like everything that goes into trying to fight against that. And so I don't know, I enjoyed all the little details. So I like the length, I guess, because of that. But I can easily, with like a romance, like once you get past 350, sometimes it can get a little like shaky. But I think because I enjoyed all the added stuff into it, I was okay like with the length. But that was good.
I mean, you guys know I'm obsessed, so I loved it, and I think I find that if something's gonna follow like something as intensive as like a movie, I like to see all the intricate parts, and I feel like that definitely added to the length of this book, like seeing all the things that most people would count as filler. But I feel like if you're gonna show a movie being produced and made, like I want to see all of that. So that I really enjoyed as well, and I think that does add to the length of it, because some of those scenes are like, okay, like maybe you didn't need them, but I loved them.
Yeah, that's, with that being said, I would, I'm gonna really, probably don't hate me for this, but like when they're doing the actual scenes for the book, I could have done without that.
Yeah, I feel like that's not for everybody. Desi Blues part.
Yeah. I guess maybe that's just my problem with it, is I wasn't as interested in the movie side of things. So that's just not me.
And that in the movie script plays a lot in like the real life stuff too, just like the meaning behind stuff. So I think for sure, like if you don't feel connected or a draw to the story that's being told within the story, then I think it makes it probably a little more difficult to connect to the bigger story, because it's like woven together.
Right.
Very much,
So that makes sense as to why it was enjoyable for you.
For sure.
Liz said, I'd buy the shirt and pay for shipping.
Oh.
I was intimidated at first, but I thought the plot really moved, so it didn't bother me. That's good. I actually didn't mind the length. It didn't feel too repetitive. I sped through it.
Yes.
I do agree. It was slightly longer than it needed to be. I don't hate the length, though.
I think if you love something, though, any length is not going to matter.
Yeah.
So it's real. That question is really for the people who didn't like it, because I can sit there and read a Lucy Score book that's almost 600 pages and be like, again, you know? So it's like, I think it really just depends on your love for the book. Because if you really
your enjoyment.
You're enjoying every single page. So
the thing that popped into my head, Nikki, was Offside, and how that thing's like 610 pages. But you and me were like, give me more. And other people are like, please.
It feel like that.
Yeah, it did it. It did it. Yeah.
It didn't even feel like 600 pages. So yeah, we ate it up, and everyone else like, this is bragging.
Like, this is 2 books in one. And me and Nikki were like, I need 100 more. Like, yeah. For sure. So it definitely
that's excellent. Excellent little example. Yeah, thank you.
I felt the length was good. I had no issues with it. I read it on Kindle and didn't feel the length. I didn't realize how long it was until I bought the physical.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love that you loved it enough to buy a physical copy.
Yeah.
A trophy, if you will. Same Tara. I have no complaints about this book. I loved every moment. Nikki, no. We were sister souls up until this point. Soul sisters.
I'm so sorry, Amber.
You're still soul sisters. You're still soul sisters. You just have to weather the storm.
Maybe next time you'll welcome me back in.
But that's just like a testament. Again, I think we talk about this every time. Reading is so subjective. Reading it, and that's the beauty of it. Like, yes, does it hurt my soul that you didn't love a book by my favorite author? But like, also, I could see why it didn't work for you. Like, this book is not going to be for everybody.
Well,
and also, sorry.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, Nikki has read other stuff from Kennedy and is like, and loved it. So it's like, you know, it just goes to show, like, sometimes some things just don't work for you. It's not a knock on the author, but just like some stories just aren't the stories for everybody. For you, or in the timing. Like Nikki has said that so many times. Like, timing is so important too. Like when you read stories, because sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. Like, but yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Nikki.
Yeah, I was just going to say, too, is one thing that I've noticed quite recently and with some books that I've read is like Hollywood books or like movie stars, movies, anything like that. I don't like. But it's not just like with the recent books. It's been in the past as well. Like, I just don't like celebrity books. And so I think that was part of it. Now, I didn't go into it like, I'm going to hate this. I went into it thinking I was going to love it because it's Kennedy. So I think that's just coming to show me that that's just not my type of book. So I think I'm going to stay away from those moving forward.
So, but you like different type of like famous people though, because I mean, I've seen you like you know, NHL players and like, you know, sports.
Sports is, I feel like, yeah, it's like a different type.
A different breed.
I don't like. I'm gonna be honest. Like singers, like band, like musician stuff. I'm not into. Actresses stuff. I'm not into. Like those are been the consistent ones where I'm just like, this is not. I just don't vibe with it. I don't connect with it. I don't vibe with it. So I think it's more just a personal preference that affected this overall versus the actual story in Kennedy's writing. Because, yeah, like Dana said, I've read from her before and absolutely loved it. So,
well, I think it's interesting because Grip is also, you know, musician, but I feel like it has less. It has less to do with the music, though. I feel like, I mean, yes, the music.
It does play a big role.
But I feel like it's
the storyline, the characters themselves like held it so well. Yeah. And the storyline of it all was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think it's also the characters you have to connect to, and
Yeah.
you just didn't get it with this one.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Which it was me. I don't know. Like I was telling Karina, and I don't know if this is going to come up in a question or not, but I was telling Karina, like, for me, it just felt like, and again, this is just how I took in the book, but for me, it just felt like we had a couple brief meetings with them, and then all of a sudden they're like all over each other. Can't stop thinking about each other. Can't keep their hands. I was like, and I'm just like, did I miss something? Because from all I knew is you saw her, you had her interview or test for the screening, and then you talked maybe twice on set briefly, and that was it. And then I was like, so I think that turned me off from the beginning too. So it's like the insta lust is just, I know it happens. Okay, I get it. But like, it just wasn't doing it for me in this book. And I think it turned me off right off the bat. So I don't know. I just had a lot of issues with this personally.
I think honestly though, like I didn't think about that when the Grip series got brought up, like when they were like, that's music, and you're like, but somehow it worked for you. I think that honestly is like a testament to like her writing, that like a trope that now you know is just really not like your jam, that she was able though to still hook you in with Grip, just goes to show like the level of writing. But not every trope is right. Like, you know, me and a love triangle, not a journey I generally enjoy to take, but you know, when it's done right, I enjoy it. Or when it's done a certain way, I do, like, you know, Scream for Us, Walk. Like, you know, it's like there's ones that I can get with, and then there's ones that, you know, like I will bash until the day I die. Like looking at you, Berlin Barnes. But, you know, but it's also like some people who love like the royalty trope. Like Olivia reads a latte. Like she loves like a royalty book. Whereas like other people are like, that makes me want to throw up. Like the idea of that. So.
But there's some books that are just like diamonds in the rough. Like you guys know how I feel about the pregnancy trope. But Out of the Limb is going to be one of my favorite books of this year. Out on a Limb.
Yeah.
But so it's like, it really is just like, if it's done well, it's done well. And I'm not saying this wasn't done well. It just wasn't done to how I would have liked it, I guess.
Yeah. Totally.
I enjoyed the script scenes. It was interesting to know about the movie surrounding the whole book. More upset. If it brought in carnies, Nikki would have liked it more. Well,
I don't know if that's a journey Kennedy will ever.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but that would be interesting. We gotta pitch
it. I won't hold it against you. I feel like we see eye to eye on a lot of other books. We can't get them all right. Well, very true.
I'm glad to see this.
Thank you for giving me grace, Amber.
Sisterhood still locked in there for you.
Yeah.
No one panic.
I'm somewhat similar to Nikki. Celebrity books are very hit and miss with me. Ones like Real and Daisy Jones, I loved though. Yeah. And that just goes to show like not everybody can do it well. I mean, that's one of those slight irks with the book. Insta love really puts me off a book. So there was a moment when I was like, oh no, but it redeemed itself. All right, just a few more questions. What songs came to mind when reading this book? Y'all know.
One that I posted on my Instagram.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Not like the movies by Katy Perry.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, when I was doing my post for it, that instantly came to mind.
Oh, it's so good. You did so good with that one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, I think one I used as well was really good. I thought This Is Love by Ruthie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mind is blank on that, but that's because you guys did it so well. I didn't need to put any into thought there because Nail hit it on the head. So you guys are great.
Let's see.
Anyone?
See, I love Rio, but I didn't love Daisy Jones. Yeah, see.
You physically read Daisy Jones, right? Because I think you said you might listen to it to see. See, I'm scared. That's why I haven't picked up Daisy Jones, because I'm like, I love the documentary, like interview aspect of it, but I'm terrified that I'm just going to be like, do I care enough about these characters?
The only way to do it is audio for you, I think.
Yeah. Oh, I would for sure. Just to hear that, because I love a full cast.
Yeah. So good.
With the Kanye talk, flashing lights. Girl, I've been rushing reading this entire book today, and ain't no time I think about songs. No.
Right.
Same, Bethany. 8 a.m. I was up at 8 a.m. working on this book.
Beneath You're Beautiful by Labyrinth and Scars to You're Beautiful by Alicia Cara.
Those are
I
good.
love that song. So good.
That is really good.
Yes, I need to listen to see if it was just the format.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's how it is. I mean, because I really do think that audiobooks could make or break a book
Yeah.
so intensely.
Yeah, for sure. The audio is top tier. It really is. Same Tara, I did the audiobook for Daisy Jones, but I was so annoyed with the characters. Done well though with the cast. Yeah. I feel like that's one of those books, like the characters are so unlikable. They are just to their core unlikable characters, but like something about it, I ate it up. I loved it.
Yeah.
And same Nikki started at 8 a.m.
It was crunch time.
All right. Who would you cast in the movie adaptation?
You know what female came to mind right away? Kiki Palmer.
Interesting.
I do love Kiki.
And she's a strong actress.
So, okay, I not the looks of this character, because we need somebody more youthful, I think. But like, I think of the strength of Viola Davis being able to command a scene, and I think Neva has such strong moments that like somebody that could command presence, and I feel like she does that like with the best of the best. But I don't know who I would.
Who plays Olivia Pope? What's that actress's name? Kerry Washington?
Kerry Washington.
Maybe like a more youthful.
See, I don't know if this person actually acts, but randomly, I was thinking Ice Spice.
I don't know her.
Interesting.
Like, I think that just like the physicality.
Uh-huh.
Physicality of like her body, and she has the nice like curly hair, not that color, but like the curly hair.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen a picture of her before, like when it was natural and longer curls, and it was gorgeous.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't listen to her music. I saw a picture of her the other day, and I'm like, I could kind of see it.
Wow. That never would have popped in my head. I love hearing people's answers to these types of questions, because there's no right or wrong. It's just like who pops in your head.
But I can't think of the guy. Like, I don't know who I would pitch as canon. Maybe Idris Elba.
That's literally what I was gonna say.
You know who I thought of, but I was like, he's like a little too old. Is Tay Diggs? I don't know why he popped into my mind.
Is it Tay?
Maybe the his physical.
Yeah, I was thinking like Orange Chestnut.
Who? Who's just
Orange Chestnut? Yeah, I think just like how like physically like strong. I think of like him.
So are we just gonna cast Best Man's Holiday, or
we are line up Ken Holt.
That's
but
funny.
I like Idris Elba better. I'm with Nikki just because I love Idris.
I love Idris.
Oh my god.
Okay, hold on.
Obsession too far.
Some of these characters, because I'm blanking on a face.
Daisy Jones' audiobook is perfection. All the other opinions are not valid in my opinion. I do love you guys though.
I love the audiobook.
I just went on a rant to myself about Daisy Jones. I agree with Kiki Palmer. I thought of her too. Or Zendaya.
I think Zendaya doesn't have. I mean, she's an amazing actress, but I don't think she has the body type that I envisioned in my head for.
I also need somebody older. Like, I want youthful, but not that youthful.
Yeah, I think Kiki Palmer is a great. Like, she's got a joyous sense about her, but she's definitely strong. Like, I think she can hold her own.
Yeah.
For sure.
a tough scene.
sure.
It didn't pop in my head, but I love that you said that though, because I love Kiki.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Sorry. Dana went with interesting. Shamar Moore.
For everything, honestly.
I
Yeah.
mean,
He could literally, he could be a homeless man, and I'd be like, yep.
Hey, need a ride?
Yeah.
Please?
Need a place to stay? I don't have a spare bedroom, but I have some room in my bed.
Isaac laying right next to her right now.
Move over.
Get off!
My man's here.
My husband's here.
So upsetting.
Halle Berry is like another good one, but again, I think she's a little too young.
No, Bailey. Halle Bailey.
What did I say?
Berry.
Halle Berry.
Girl, I knew what I said in my head. I mean, it just
I
made
know.
just disregard
I
me.
knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Idris Elba or Taye Diggs, yeah.
Mm.
I love Shamar. That
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Best Man's Holiday. Yes, such a good movie. So sad. Michael B. Jordan.
I think he's too young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love Michael B. Jordan. but,
Yeah.
Too.
That's, yeah.
I think too.
I just
That's
could
a good-
imagine Shamar Moore in that scene where he's like, I just let her like be on top and she's like touching my muscles, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, exactly.
Rihanna because of her voice.
Mm.
Chloe Bailey.
That's a good option.
That's his sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one's which. I'm so sorry.
Haley is the one who did Little Mermaid, right?
Yeah.
I don't know who Chloe is. I just know. I think.
Are they twins?
I don't think so. But I don't take me as factuals on that, but I don't think so.
Stunning.
Who is a Yara?
Oh, love her. Blackish.
Ooh.
Did you ever watch Blackish or Grownish?
No, but I could definitely see it.
She was
think
the
she's-
sun,
the sun is also a star.
Yeah.
I could totally
Good
see
one.
that.
She's such a talented actress. I really can't wait to see just like her continue and grow. I enjoy her.
Boris
Kojo.
Kojo?
Yeah.
I'm like looking everybody up. I
Me
swear I
too.
know. I don't know their names. I can see. I'm visioning with him with hair, and all y'all are telling me he's bald.
Idris has hair.
Yeah, but everyone else, no hair.
True.
He's 37, I believe, so they're the same age.
Michael.
Oh,
Really? That just shows you I'm in denial about how old I am.
Kehlani and I are on the same page here. I love Shamar. All these Menzies.
Menzies.
Menzies. That's what I said, right? Menzies?
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, I just can't talk. They're not twins. Chloe is older with a banging body and voice. She is gorgeous. Omar Hardwick?
Mm.
Why are you making me
I
sound like
know,
you know who this
know
person is?
everybody.
I mean, I think it's too much Instagram. I really think.
Now this man,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good one, actually.
that is canon
I
right there.
remember.
Amber said she put some thought into this. Got it.
I gotta think about these beforehand.
Boris, yeah. He's so. All these men are delicious, by the way. They're just
Mhm.
gorgeous looking men. All right, let's finish up these questions so we can be on time for the movie.
Yeah.
After reading Real, and what questions would you ask Miss Henry Ryan?
Just one? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
there's
know.
one. I guess what was her inspiration wanting to showcase like this chronic illness? Because I feel like, excuse me, I haven't seen any books that discuss lupus and kind of like the side effects, the struggles that
Yeah.
someone can face. That's just one that came to mind.
And I think that's a great question
Mm-hmm.
because she delved into it so deep, and like she told such a all encompassing like story with it, and yeah, that's a great question. I would love to know that.
Or
I
does she pull from personal life or friends' lives? Because she comes up with this stuff. It's like, how do you decide which disease you're going to use for this one, or what sadness, health issue you're going to use for this one? You know?
Well, I saw her when I went to go see her. She was doing a panel, and she had talked about like with her stories, like she doesn't. She said that she doesn't go out and like look for stories to write. Her stories come to her. So like she'll see like an injustice in the community, or she'll run into somebody that she's talking with, and she feels like their story just hasn't been told, and so then she'll sit down to write something. So like that's like freaking
Amazing.
like. I think my question would be like how? Like how do you write such like beautifully poignant stories that feel like I'm sitting down listening to my friend talk to me, you know? Like that's how I feel like her stories are. Like they're just so personal on like a deep level. I just love that. Love them. Dana?
Oh no, sorry. I don't know. My question I think is like I like what Karina said, because it's like what made you, like what brought you to like do this, and then because I was one of the very uninformed people. I did not know the difference. I did not know there were different kinds of lupus. Like how they said, like when somebody hears lupus, they automatically go to like, life threatening.
Yeah.
And I did not know that there was a non-life threatening lupus, and just that was, I would be just so interested in to know like what made her like show also just like the like that clinging on to the hope when she was like, no, it's non-life threatening. It's non-life threatening, right? Like when she just needed that reassurance all the time. But I would just want to know very much like what got her to write that. Because like if you said, she has like just, it could be just like the smallest meeting of somebody and she's inspired. Like what was it that got her to this point to become like just so informative also on the disease? But,
Yeah. Can we get the next book in the series, please? That's a good question. I want to know why she picked this particular illness too. She had a lot of info on it, so I'd be curious if she had a personal link to it. I would ask her if she could do books where the main characters have disabilities, like Down syndrome or autism, and things like that, since she can relate. And I have many friends with them. Well, her next book does have it.
Yeah. And she does also in the foreword. Make sure you read that because she talks about her personal
Ties.
Relationship with that. So
yeah,
I think you have a pre-order, Amanda.
Oh, I know.
It's coming.
Yeah, I really like that. She never holds back. She like no barriers. She like just goes for everything. And it's like so many different things. Like all of her books touch on something totally different that your last book never touched on, So cool. Yeah, when is the next one? All right. What other books did Real remind you of? I don't know. I just find this question to be so hard every time.
Yeah. I guess in a sense, Bromance Book Club, because the incorporation of like different media into the story itself. But as far as like plot, I'm blanking.
Yeah, it's kind of an original. Like I haven't read anything quite like this before.
Yeah, same.
So
hats off to her for that.
Yeah.
Truly.
Kennedy does what no one else can.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So since you're going to meet her again, Kaylani, maybe you can bring our questions to her.
Yes.
Good idea.
List.
I love that. How does she research for her books? Does she interview people?
Yeah, that is.
All right, our last and final question that we ask after every book. Did you swoon?
Yes.
Yes.
That's yes for me.
It's a yes for me.
Yeah.
So,
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
There were moments, but I didn't swoon about the whole story. There were definitely moments where I was like, "It's so cute," but yeah. So I mean, I did, just not 1,000%.
yeah.
Just not as much as you would have wanted.
Yeah.
Like when you read a book. Yeah. Because I mean, I guess like for me too, it's like when I read a romance, like I want to swoon the whole time. And
Yeah.
I got it from here, but like when you don't get that, it just feels like, you know,
Kind of a bummer.
yeah.
Absolutely. I absolutely swooned. Yes, there was a swoon or two.
Okay,
But
that's good.
overall, it was pretty good ratings across the board.
Yeah,
So
better
what's
than
the
last
official?
month.
What'd you say, Nikki? Okay, sorry.
Right.
I said I know last month we didn't have any yeses, so this is an upgrade.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was just going to ask what you guys have decided on now at the end of this discussion.
5 stars.
Yeah. I'm going to go 5 because, sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, there's really, I don't know what would make it less than,
Mm-hmm.
I should have known.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 5 because I can't pinpoint like why I wouldn't. And I wonder if just because it's such a different book than I've like read before or that I don't read often, like, because it's like swoony, but there's like hard hitting things in there from just like social things to just like personal, just like all these different things to it. So, but a confident 5. I'm confident now. There.
Okay, so now that we've gone through all the questions, of course we have the giveaway. So anyone that was here that was commenting and participating is entered into the giveaway. Basically, if you win, you get a copy of next month's book. So next month's book is going to be Rock Bottom Girl by Lucy Score, which I know we are so excited for. We have some big Lucy Score fans in the house. So there it is. There she is. So depending on what type of format you want, you can either do Kindle, audiobook, or physical. You get to choose if you win. So I think Karina has it.
Ready? Yes. Let's spin her up and see who we get. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I love this. We have a new swooner in the house, it looks like. And Miss Jennifer. Congrats.
Wow, congratulations.
I love
Congratulations,
that.
Jennifer.
Wow, that's awesome. Let's just put Jennifer on the screen there. This is an old comment, but yay, Jennifer. I'm so excited for you.
So excited.
I guess the best way to get a hold of us is messaging our Instagram if you have an Instagram, or if you want to get in touch with anyone individually, just so we can get Rock Bottom Girl to you in your hands or to your ears or your eyeballs.
Your eyeballs. However you so choose.
Yeah.
Jennifer said, oh wait, I saw Jennifer. There she is. Thank you. I'm so excited. We're excited for you.
Yeah.
Lots of congratulations for Jennifer. And she is on IG. So our Instagram is linked down below if you are already following us. And then go ahead and just DM us, or you can choose to DM anybody individually, just so we can get that over to you. Alrighty, righty. I skipped a few things, so let's just go back really quick. Oh shoot. I'm sticking with my rating this time. Good, 5 stars. Haven't read it yet, but it's on my list. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks a lot for this book. We just ignore January. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Does not exist.
Do my eyeballs deceive me? A book club discussion stream hidden between writing 24/7 lo-fi music streams.
I love that.
Nice.
What
Well,
an eclectic
Yeah.
bunch.
This will be my first one.
Yeah.
My first one as well.
So excited.
Exciting.
What a journey this will be.
Oh man, I'm really so excited because I feel like I'm finally. I mean, they are my besties, but I feel like I'm just gonna be able to grow closer to my besties
Yeah.
by reading Miss Lucy.
Lucy.
And then right after this, well, not right after, about 15 minutes, 20 minutes from now, we are going to be watching a movie. So if you guys are still free and would like to join us, we're going to be over on StreamYard. The link is down below in the description. We're going to be watching Burlesque. So you can come hang out with us in the comments while we watch that at 12 PST, 3 EST. So we'll be over there. It'll also be linked in our Instagram as well. So if you can't get it in the description, it's linked there. Let's see. I have a question. Do you ever discuss creative writing? No.
Not here.
Not here, yeah. Unfortunately. But I mean, there's a ton of people out there that do it. I'm sorry, we can't be the ones for you, though. I'm excited about the length. Perfo.
It's Pero, so I think it's hot.
If it's
Oh,
good.
in Spanish, perro. Perro. Got it. Pero, I think it's one R. So is it pero? Less of an R.
I always want to be like, pero like. That's
Yeah, so there's less of a rolled R because I think perro is dog. I think. Don't ask me. I don't know Spanish.
Same.
Over here trying to get it grammatically correct, and I'm struggling. Let's see. Darn. Yeah, sorry. But we appreciate you being here. Is there anything else you guys wanted to add about the book before we say our last goodbyes? No? Alrighty. Well, Jen, we will look forward to getting in contact with you. Everyone else, we hope to see you over at the movie. And then I think we'll be trying to do at least one more pop-up sprint before the month is over. So if you guys want to come hang out with us, feel free to do that. Yes, Kehlani. Pero is dog and
Pero.
sure is butt. I can't. I'm going to just make it sound bad. You're very, very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you guys for being here.
Like the live, y'all. Yes, please. Like it.
Thanks, Liz.
Thank
Thank you guys for joining our discussion.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, as always.
Yes.
Per usual. All right. We will see you guys in a little bit. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday.
Yeah.
Bye guys. We love you.